biggest difference is, first of all, that most of the other methodologies try to eliminate variability in the system. So the traditional thinking is variability is bad and we need to eliminate it. But in QRM, variability can also be good. The first is that the driver in QRM is time. That's the biggest thing for QRM. Everything is driven by looking at time in your whole system and realizing that if you squeeze time, you get improvements in all your metrics. The second is that in other improvement methods, you often assume that variability is bad and you need to eliminate it. So you have a lot of tools to eliminate variability. And QRM says in some business contexts, variability is good. For example, if you offer lots of different products to your customers and with options and customization. And so in QRM, the idea is not to eliminate variability, but to organize your company so that you can effectively deal with variability. The challenge is not financial resources, it's not knowledge, it's right here between the ears of everybody in the company. Then I think we also need organizations like, for example, Stanwick and the other partners we're working with, because at the next level, you need to train people. You mentioned change, managing change. People are resistant to change. So even if the manager and owner says this is what we're going to do, maybe the supervisor on the shop floor or the manager of engineering doesn't see it. Now all of a sudden we are asking them to look at different things and improve different things. So the challenge goes all the way from top management to people on the shop floor, middle management, people in the office, even your suppliers, even your customers. QRM fundamentally questions most of the basics of current management principles, which are coming from the cost-based thinking. So it challenges the metrics that we have, the measures we have, what we think are good policies, and it really, in some cases, turns you around 180 degrees to do the opposite policy of what people think is the right one. And these policies have been there since the Henry Ford, which is 100 years now.
QRM has definitely taken off. When we started 7 years ago building up the knowledge, it was our initiative. 4 years ago when we created the QRM Center, there was a combined initiative by us and industry. And these days industry finds us. So we definitely are beyond the innovator stage, and we have seen now many early adapters of QRM.
Well, the first thing you need to do is, after understanding a little bit about QRM, is to ask yourself, is this a strategic business model that's right for my markets, my customers, and the kinds of products that I make? Just at a high level, just a quick question, looking at whether that's an opportunity. And then the second thing you need to do is to look and see if you have long lead times in your business, and what's the impact of those. And then by reading a bit of the QRM books, you can understand how to look at that question. And then if you evaluate and see that these long lead times are having a very negative impact on your business and there's a lot of opportunity for improvement, then the third step is to say, okay, now it's right for my business and it is something that with a lot of opportunity, and then how do I do it? And then you have to, of course, learn about it. Why do we go to China? Because we can pay people less, right? How much, when you look at the price, not the cost, the price of a product. Why do I say price? Because if you're a customer, if you're going to buy a product from me, you don't care about my cost. That's my problem. What is the price? So as a percentage of the price of a product, around 7% only of the price of a product is based on the labor that's actually working on the product on the shop floor. But that's just the money that they're taking home in salary, the taxes and benefits, okay? Not the overheads, because that's different. Not the managers, not the guy moving stuff around, not the person doing planning, scheduling, because that's all different, but just the person who's making the product, okay? So if you say, all right, if that's 7%, what's the other 93%? And the answer is how you organize your business, your supply chain, your planning, your overhead, your sales, your marketing, everything. So now, what would you rather do? Would you rather try to squeeze that 7%, or would you rather squeeze the 93%? And the problem is our cost-based metrics and focus is always on that 7%. And what QRM does is it takes you up to 10,000 meters and says, where's the other 93% coming from? And the answer is, most of it a lot of it is driven by lead time.